G'day legends. We tried and we failed. The GTX 480 right here was just too much for our little compressor. I probably should have Googled the specs of that little compressor before we started, but that's okay. You can always add a bigger compressor. So this little compressor can only handle 50 watts. Turns out the GTX 480 puts out 250 watt. So we quickly found out that it could not maintain any type of stable temperatures. It was a good little exercise, but we can only move up from here. Now that we've got the rookie errors out of the way, we can move on to something more practical. But yeah, that's a shame. Keep this little one. It's probably a good chipset cooler or RAM cooler, or I don't know. Actually, it's not really good for much at all. It looks good and it looks really cute though, doesn't it? The whole little chiller here is about the size of, actually it's smaller than the GTX 480. Anyway, we're going to check out what type of mount contact we had on the GTX 480 here with our cable ties. It was, I think it was transferring the heat really well, because when we put the 480 under load, we could see the condensation here almost immediately dialing back, which means we've got good contact and good heat transfer on the block, on the direct die block there. So it's got to come off, so we may as well get that off now. Good contact. That's been there for 2 days now, and nice even contact. Let's get you up close there. Get some light on that. Look at that. Go the zip ties. Pretty good. Anyway, we're going to go over what modifications can be done. We can't really do much to this. So we're going to go over, we're going to see this live in action failing. And yeah, then we're going to talk about what we can do to improve the performance. All right.